What's going on, Alabama fans? Chris Daughtry back with you guys here on the Alabama Football Report by Chat Sports. The Crimson Tide getting away with a victory today, 20-9 against LSU. It was not the prettiest thing in the world, but doesn't really matter if things are pretty. At the end of the day, you come away with a victory, and that's, I think, all you could really ask for at the end of the day. So make sure you guys hit that sub button for me right now. We've got any and all Alabama football news and rumors out there for you guys. So do not miss out. We're live for every single Alabama watch party. We had an incredible show here tonight. I know with Disney and, YouTube TV having a bit of a dispute right now, we had an incredible watch party for you guys, so do not miss out. Going to be giving away a Ryan Williams jersey at the end of the month as well. So make sure you guys hit that sub button and join us here at the Alabama Football Report. All right, let's get into some takeaways for this game tonight. Look, number one, Alabama's defense was absolutely incredible tonight. I don't think you could really ask for much more from the defense tonight. They didn't give up a touchdown, only gave up 9 points in total for LSU. You had 2 turnovers tonight. You won the turnover battle. 3 fumbles in total for LSU today. The defense just in general, they played really, really well. I don't think you could really ask for much more from this Alabama defense. LSU tonight had 232 total yards on third downs. Let's see exactly what they were. They were 5 for 14 on third downs. They didn't rush the ball particularly well. They did better than you. We'll get to that here in just a little bit. Only 59 rushing yards given up tonight. In terms of, passing yards, only 173 passing yards tonight for LSU. So overall, I said it already a couple of times, the defense, you could not ask for any more from the defense tonight. So, I thought they played really, really well. Didn't give up a touchdown, and, really, they were the MVP of this game tonight. It's great Alabama versus LSU. A, B, C, D, or F down at the pinned comment of today's video. I'll be honest, I might give it a C because the offense really couldn't really get that much going tonight. So, let me know what you guys think. Be honest with me down inside the comment section at the pinned comment of today's video. Number 2, the run game just could not get going. The run game is really abysmal, to be honest with you guys. Alabama had 26 carries tonight for only 56 yards. Daniel Hill had 7 carries for 21 yards tonight. Jam Miller had 8 carries for 13 yards tonight. You averaged 2.2 yards per carry. Your one rushing touchdown was from Daniel Hill. So shout out Daniel Hill for getting that 4-yard rushing touchdown there. I was really excited for this game tonight when it comes to the run game because, Ryan Grubb in the bye week said that they were going to come out. They were going to challenge LSU tonight in the run game, and they just could not get anything going. Now, we did say coming into this game that LSU's defense was not that bad. But still, when you 56 yards on the ground is not good at all. And, Jam Miller, the past couple of games, just has not really been good at all for Alabama. We talked about it on the pregame show today. It's, just super inconsistent. Not all of it is on him. Some of it's on the run game, some of it's on the offensive line as well. I thought Wilkin Formby had another really bad game in terms of that run, blocking tonight. Jaden Roberts, I'm just going, this is instant reaction right now. Really, the right side seemed to struggle for Alabama tonight, and they put they put Michael Carroll in the game at times, and just not a lot really seemed to, change there in terms of the run game tonight. So it's still a issue that Alabama's going to have to fix. If you're going to, try to make a run in the college football playoffs, if you're going to try to beat Texas A&M in the SEC championship this year, if you're lucky enough to get there, still, things are, still playing out here in the SEC. You're going to have to run the football. And right now, Alabama's offense just is not able to run the football. Just, overall, past couple of games just haven't been good at all. And you still already, one game so far this year where you've been able to run the ball for over 4 yards per carry. That was the ULM game, and at the end of the day, that one doesn't really matter. They got to assert their dominance against a bad LSU, run defense. They've given up, 150 yards over the past 4 games, I believe is what that stat was. And just, again, tonight, you get 56 yards on the ground on 26 carries, averaging 2 yards per carry. Just ain't it. So they got to continue to work on that, and we'll see if it ends up getting any better. All right, we'll continue here in just a second, but first, today's show is brought to you by Prize Picks. The hard-hitting football action is even better with Prize Picks, and the weather might be changing right now, but the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, by the way, the only app that offers stacks, meaning that you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. You want more than Josh Allen passing yards, rush yards, and touchdowns? Well, now on Prize Picks, you can pick them all in the same lineup only on Prize Picks. This is what we went with for the power play tonight. Went with Barion Brown, more than 34.5 receiving yards. Let's see right here. He had 44 receiving yards, so that one was good. Germie Bernard, more than 60.5 receiving yards for him. He had 79. That one hit as well. We also went with Ty Simpson, more than 1.5 passing touchdowns. He only had 1 tonight, so that one did not hit. So, we went with the power play, which means if you want the biggest payouts, go with the power play. No matter how you play, Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. But, how you play is up to you. If you want flexibility, choose the flex play, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. So, if you went with the same Prize Picks lineups as us tonight, the flex play would have hit. So download the Prize Picks app today and use promo code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That link's going to be down in the comment section and the description of today's show. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right, takeaway number 3. I think Nikhai Hill-Green does deserve some love on this Alabama defense. He only finished today's game with 5 tackles, 1 TFL, but just game after game after game. Nikhai Hill-Green comes out and, he shows us that, he was a massive pickup in the transfer portal for Alabama. So I did want to give him some love tonight. Just overall, the defense, going back to number 1 there, the defense played just absolutely incredible. Even that play at the end of the game where, Yanze Pierre, forced that fumble. I put it in air quotes there because really, it looked like he swiped and just totally missed the football. And, backup quarterback, for LSU tonight, Michael Van Buren, he just really, came in a really tough situation there. So I did want to give Nikhai Hill-Green some love. Just overall, he continues to just play really, really good football for this Alabama team. Scrolling down just to see, coming into this game tonight, he's your 4th leading tackler. 34 tackles so far this season for Alabama, behind Justin Jefferson, Deontay Lawson, Bray Hubbard, and then Nikhai Hill-Green right there. A couple of TFLs for him. I believe he had another tackle for loss here tonight. So, had another tackle for loss tonight. So, we haven't really touched on Nikhai Hill-Green a lot so far this season. Might be something that we might have to do this week as well, just his overall play there. But just did want to give him some love there. He really does seem like he is all over the football field, for Alabama here. So, shout out Nikhai Hill-Green. Played another really good football game. What is your one-word reaction to Alabama's win versus LSU? Be creative. Let me know what you guys think down inside the comments section. Struggle might be a good one-word reaction there because it was a struggle win right down to the end there. But, you do come away with the victory. So be creative. Let me know your one-word reaction to Alabama's win versus LSU. Takeaway number 4. Can we finally say, this is one that I've been waiting on here, can we finally say that Garrett Nussmeier just is not good? I've heard so many people say that Garrett Nussmeier was supposed to be, one of the top quarterbacks in this year's NFL draft. At this point, Dante Moore of Oregon, he's probably not even going to go to the NFL draft, and he's better than Garrett Nussmeier as well. He was 18 of 21 tonight, efficient in terms of the completion percentage, but only for 121 yards tonight. Had a couple of fumbles as well. He's just not a good quarterback. And, I know a lot of people want to, talk about the fact that, he's a coach's kid. His dad is the offensive coordinator for the Saints. But, man, if you're a Saints fan, I know a lot of people in South Alabama especially are Saints fans. You absolutely do not want Garrett Nussmeier on your team. This guy is just not good at all. 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions tonight. Got benched in tonight's game. Goes back to takeaway number 1. Defense was absolutely great. He got benched in the third quarter tonight. I am so tired of hearing people say that Garrett Nussmeier is a good quarterback. He is not a good quarterback. I don't care if his dad is the offensive coordinator for the Saints or not. It just goes right back to my take we went through last year and through the offseason as well. Garrett Nussmeier was the Heisman favorite coming into this season. He's probably not in the top 10 at this point. So good win for this Alabama defense tonight. But, man, Garrett Nussmeier is just not good, and I am tired of hearing people tell me that he is a good quarterback. Takeaway number 5, get ready for Oklahoma, because right now, man, this was not the best game for this Alabama, especially the offense tonight. And when you're talking about Oklahoma, you remember back to last year, their defense is still really, really good. There's some question marks about their offense right now. But, to start the season, John Mateer, he was really, really good as well. And this is going to be just the next test for this Alabama team. And you're undefeated in SEC play right now. You're 6-0 in SEC. You're 8-1 on the season. But still, you have Oklahoma next week. And then you have, cupcake game after that. And then you have Auburn after that. That's going to be on the road. And, just looking at how, Auburn played tonight, they ended up not beating Vanderbilt, but still, I'm pretty sure anyways. Let me just check that just to make sure, I'm saying that right there. But, that game was coming down to the wire there as Alabama's game started. Vanderbilt won 45-38 in that game. So you still have some challenges coming down the road here for Alabama, and you're going to have to play better than what you played tonight. And if you get to the SEC championship, man, against Texas A&M, it seems like that's going to be the matchup there. They're a really, really good football team. And how you played last night, or tonight anyways, the offense just really did struggle overall, and you still can't run the football. So get ready for Oklahoma. That is going to be a massive test against a really good defense. So who gets the game ball today for Alabama? Big question marks. I genuinely don't know. Just the defense in general maybe is what you could say there. Maybe Germie Bernard, Lotzeir Brooks had a pretty good game tonight. Overall, nobody on the defense, super stuck out to me anyways. The defense played really, really well tonight. You had those couple of, turnovers here in this game tonight, but just generally, overall, nobody really stuck out to me tonight in this game. You got the win against a pretty mediocre LSU team tonight. We said that they were going to come out with a lot of fire in this game, and they absolutely did. Alabama didn't necessarily let them stick around in this game, but still, you only win this one 20-9. But let me know who gets the game ball for Alabama versus LSU tonight.